A very good morning to one and all who has blubbed through online from various places in India for the 5-day online faculty development program on recent trends in electrical engineering from 9th August to 13th August. Organized by Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Aras Engineering College, Kumbakonam. First, I request our HOD in charge, Mr. Chandrasekharan, Assistant Professor, deliver the welcome address. Chandra sir.
Thank you, sir. Respected chief guest, special speakers, chairman sir, vice chairman sir, advisor sir, principal sir, vice principal ma'am, dean academics, staff of different departments, and our department faculty members, very bright and pleasant morning to every one of you. I welcome you all on behalf of our department and our institution. Today we have assembled here to share the long-term precious goal of our department. The 5 days faculty development program on recent trends in electrical engineering is not a single phased activity. It involves the participants of more number of panelists, attendees, and participants from different institutions and different states specializing in different categories. On behalf of our department and our institution, I welcome our special speakers, Dr. Prakash G. Brade, Sandeep Foundation, Mumbai, Dr. T.D. Sudhagar, St. Joseph College of Engineering, Chennai, Dr. V. Krishna Kumar, St. Joseph College of Engineering, Chennai, Dr. A.S. Kannan, Annamalai University, Chidambaram, Dr. R. Rajashekaran, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore, for this wonderful FDP program. I welcome our principal sir, our chairman sir, vice chairman sir, and our advisor sir for the effective conduction of this FDP. I welcome our principal sir, vice principal ma'am, dean academics for the successful coordination and completion of this program. I welcome our FDP coordinators, Mrs. K. Kalpana ma'am, Assistant Professor EEE, and Mr. M. Tyagarajan, Assistant Professor EEE for this program. I welcome the staff of different departments, my dear colleague members, and supporting staff of different departments for this FDP. I welcome all our panelists, attendees, active participants of our national level FDP for this FDP. Last but not least, I welcome all other who have going to contribute in this event for making this FDP to grand success. I hope it will make a great impact on all. I once again welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'm Tyagarajan, coordinator of FDP, Department EEE. I would like to introduce our chief guest. First of all, I have a pleasure duty of introducing such a noted personality, our chief guest, Dr. Prakash Gajanan Brade, who's a social worker and educationist. Our guest of honor speaker was born on 13 June 1973. He studied a diploma in electrical engineering in Bombay Technical Board and BE Power Electronics in Nagpur University, ME Electrical Power System in Amritsar University, and he completed PhD Electrical Engineering in Nagpur University. He is well versed in Marathi, Hindi, English. During his 21 years of teaching experience, he acted as a lecturer, assistant professor, associate professor, and dean academics in various engineering colleges. He published 32 research papers in international journals and 7 international research conferences, and he have 3 patents also. He registered PhD guide for Nagpur and Ahmedabad University. He nominated as a member of national and international societies, such as member of Institute Engineers India, member of International Association Engineer UK, member of International Association of Computer Science and Information Technology Singapore, and he's a member of editorial board member of International Journal of Electrical and Computer Engineering Singapore. He is a reviewer of Taylor and Francis International Journal on Electrical Power System Component (EUSA). He is a reviewer of Springer International Journal on Energy Efficiency. He is a reviewer of Elsewhere International Journal on Energy Efficiency, Progress in Nuclear Energy. He is a reviewer of Elsewhere International Journal on IEEE and Power Energy Society USA. He has been appointed many times as an expert member by UGC panel of SPPU Pune University, Pune. He has been designing a web interactive research-oriented notes and developed various laboratories in electrical and electronics engineering. He has been appointed many times in syllabus revision electrical board Nagpur, and he got more. He received honors and awards more, such as he got number 1 National Award of Rajiv Gandhi Vidya Gold for excellence in research in New Delhi for excellent in education and research in 2012. Vidya Bhushan Award for Young Research Scholar at Varda in 2013, and Best Research Paper presented in International Conference in Bangkok, Thailand in 2007. He recently honored for excellence in research at Bangkok, Thailand 2017. Thank you, sir. Let's hand over the session to our research person, please, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So first of all, very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Basically the time is very limited. So already Tiyangu Ranjan yesterday he told me that sir, you have the limited time 2 hours. So it is very difficult to cover this my topic within 2 hours. But I'm trying to finish to max my speech or my today's topic in front of you people, right? So before going to start, I would like to very much thanks to first of all management, also College of Engineering, Kumbakonam, who always had to be always given me the opportunity. By any kind of opportunity you have given me, right? So, and I'm extremely sorry that in the last time I won't enable to come down to your native place for personal and physical for the interaction. But due to COVID, the another way of media, that is online, so through online we can discuss very well. So dear all, I would like to thanks to Professor Tiyangu Ranjan and Professor Chandrasekharan who give me such an opportunity to express myself and speak something regarding today's topic. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much time. So you just wait. I will just share some kind of my PPTs or presentation. You can say that. Just a bit, huh? I will
So
share.
You can share the screen, sir.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Okay. Sir, your screen is not clear. I think it's loading, sir.
Hello.
Sir?
Yeah, just a moment, just a moment. Is sharing is some kind of the problem. Only the host can share the meeting,
No, sir. I make a co-host, sir. You can start, sir.
but the message is showing here. The host can share this meeting.
No, sir.
Okay,
Sir, I
I'm
think
trying.
Tyag sir, are you stop the screen? Share?
Yes, sir. I already stopped the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Okay.
Okay. Is getting?
No, sir.
Not getting
Yes, sir.
right now?
No.
No, sir.
Uh, what's the problem?
Just share, sir. No problem.
Professor, do one thing.
Yes, sir.
I will just send you the PDF.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
On your WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
You can host from their side, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Just now I'm just going to send you. I'm just going to send you.
Okay, sir. Can you send the mail, sir?
WhatsApp.
No,
Okay,
no.
sir.
WhatsApp right now.
Okay, sir.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm going to send.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, please check.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you can this thing proceed.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Just a minute, sir.
yeah. But you can handle this PPT, from next. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Tyag sir.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் வந்துருச்சு
மெயில் வந்திருக்கா? Just open.
It's a PDF. You can easily open. Or
Okay,
there
sir.
no problem.
Okay, sir.
Sir? Tyag
Sir? Oh.
Just open PDF and then you close the slide, no problem. No. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah,
can you share,
fine.
sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
can
be
share it.
visible.
No
Ah, okay,
problem.
okay.
Visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, fine. So should I stop my video? Basically, some network problem to stop the all the participant. I can request to stop their audio as well as the video, so as to the much more better conversation is will be there. Okay. So let us start the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. So today the program is 5 days FDB, which has been already conducted by the Electrical Electronics Engineering ARSU. Next slide. Yeah, fine, 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 fine. Next one, next one. Okay. So dear all, the professor, you can this thing maximize in screen mode. You can share, no problem. Okay, 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 fine. Okay. So once again, I'm extremely sorry because 15 minutes is to be left about the 2 hours. Right. So, dear all, before going to start, first of all, my topic is not mentioned over here, but you know, in the already brochure, the earlier topic already mentioned. I'm not stick of this topic because you know the facts technology is very vast and the wide scope and wide opportunity. So the not limited today. I'm not going to discuss about the limited one. So earlier the topic mentioned is the benefit application, benefits and scope of fax controller, or you can say that the fax devices. So dear all, you know, the fax, you know, flexible AC transmission line, this is not the new things for you people. You might be already taught in engineering or PG or UG level. You are be already teaching the engineering or PG level, and you might be gone through the various research articles to fax devices. But this is not limited one; it's a huge and widespread globe scope. You know, so today I am just going to focus and much more concentrate on only the financial matter. Why? Because the most many researchers have been already earlier done their work on technical parameters. Only they have focused. They had to be always focused on the technical things. So how to improve the real power, how to improve the reactive power, voltage stability, voltage security, congestion management, then what we can say that the optimum power flow programming, then soft computing, artificial, etc., etc. So these are the research already in saturated zone, and but the many engineering people, they don't aware about the financial knowledge, financial sense. What we can say that, no, because without financial, because in the today's need to technical along with the financial. What you can say that non-technical along with the technical means what, the technical along with the financial are supposed to technical along with the financial are clubbed to a proper manner. That time the good product will become in the market, and you people will able to think too much about the fax technology. Where is the market? How to stand the market? And where is the scope? According to the market survey of fax analysis, you people can easily enter into the technical sense, right? So that is there. So technical means financial means what, that the what about the market size, how the market is grow, and which technology is currently and widely and kindly used in the right now, and which technology right to say to preferred for this particular network. So, dear student, so this financial matter doesn't related to and not super popular in India, but in USA and most of the Europe countries, they have been already worked out, and they are much more focused on the financial. According to financial, they are going to research on the particular things. That is very, very important. So facts market research is a very important and good topic for the Indian citizen, because now coming those days in 2050, the facts technology will be almost a mature technology in India. That has been already suggested for the 5th and 10-year plan by Government of India, right? So that is there. So we were going to start the, the today's are called as a deregulation market. And deregulation means what that is called as the open source market. Open source means what that anybody can playing the important role, anybody can generate the energy, anybody can buy the energy, anybody can sell the energy through the bidding systems, right? So those coming days, those technology and those particular things will be adopted and it will be the matured in coming years. So dear student, the deregulation not so far developed in our Indian countries, right? So that is why as far as the privatization or open source market, that time the technical does matter. But apart from the technical, the financial also does matter. Because without financial constraint, you people cannot achieve the technical goal, right? So that is why. So in case of the deregulation, Indian electricity market, you know very well the congestion, then the voltage security, then the available transfer capability of the power, then loopholes powers, then what we can say that the loopholes the power factor. So all these are the issues, critical issues over the transmission line. They can be overcome. So those issues are supposed to be perfectly and well understanding to the market. Then and then the deregulation will come into the success in future. Okay. So we shall discuss in detail about the this thing. So just going through the contents. Today we are going to discuss what are the headings, what is facts, then what limits the loading capabilities, then the benefits and task of fact system, basic types of facts controller, then relative importance of different types of controller, and what are the important focus I am today going to discuss about the facts market research analysis, then phases of the power system studies for the facts installation project. This is small case studies I am going to discuss over here, and role of the facts devices. Now I am going to discuss in very short about the case study of 39 bus single system, that is called as line congestion. That is my work. And second is I have developed some ACO hybrid controller. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the dynamic modeling of PPFC. Okay, now next slide. Okay, so what are the headings then? What are the headings then? Heading means what that, the power system, you people already gone through this. It is a large scale grid integration of renewable energy sources and the implementation of the smart grid. Today's the the renewable energy sources like wind and the solar, and the both technologies, both the system, the facts is playing a very important role, right? So growing of this non-renewable integration, and sometimes it is called as the synchronized with some grid system. So still the research is going on to synchronize with the grid system, but some geographical area constraint and some of the government acts regulation policies, it is not possible today's right now, but in those coming days, this problem will be pop up, and it is quite possible to integrate with the all this thing that is called as the integration. And the implementation of smart grid and the smart cities, the Make in India, the project is suggested by our honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji. He already deployed such projects in the various states, right? That is called as a smart city. and green energy and smart city projects. So still the research, again, most of the research is going on, but dear all, our Indian geographical constraint is very much important constraint right now. So that is why these are the technologies are not so far developed right away. But in coming those days, this technology will definitely come into the way. And second is called as the political issue and political governance policies. So that is very, very important. I don't want to discuss in too much about these political issues. Okay. So that is why. And our objective is to provide the reliable and power at the minimum cost. That is our always has to be always theme, to provide the good quality of power at minimum cost. But again, I am telling you some political barrier is there, and some business or business transaction, inherent business transaction, So you people cannot be understand, and you don't want to listen to me carefully about these political things. Okay. So at minimum cost, but you technical people, you electrical engineer, you should think over the matter how to improve the system, and how to enhance the system in a particular way, so as to Indian citizen will get the maximum good quality of power. Quality is doesn't matter, that is secondary thing, but power is very, very important, because Indian people, the shortage of power nowadays, because load day by day increasing, and the power, the generated power, generated power and demand power are so far fulfilled right now. There is some again the constraint about the three entities, Genco, Transco, and Discom. So there is always a dispute in our India. So that is doesn't matter. Some privatization always come in the coming those days. Very good player, Tata, Reliance, then some Bharti, and some kind of good player will enter into the market in coming days, and they will definitely will improve such kind of things. Okay, that is called as the stakeholders. Now, dear students, dear all, the traditional method, very well. The earlier it was developed to enhance the transmission line parameters and to improve the characteristics of transmission system. That time earlier it was used the mechanical switches, that is shunt and series controller. Some older technology, some wear and tear having the losses, that is completely replaced right now. And now the solution is that the facts, and you have been already discussed about the facts. Next slide. Professor, next. Okay. So I kindly request to all participants, whatever the questions you want to ask me, you just detect your question. You just deploy your question in your this thing. You can write down, you can note down, or then after that, after finish my lecture, whenever it is possible within 2 hours. So I will try to solve your queries. Otherwise, you can ask me after that through my mail or through WhatsApp. You can interact with me, no problem. Okay. So the highly being the considered as a line of the handle the commodity. The transmission system are being pushed closer to their stability and the thermal limits. That is very important. Stability and thermal limits. The two important issues always has to be there. Stability and thermal limits. Okay. While the focus on, the quality of power, that delivery is greater than with the ongoing expansion and growth of the particular electrical industry. Of course, because growth depends upon the particular things, the stability limit and the thermal limit, and both, though by considering those limits, you people, electrical engineering system planner, are expand their future planning according to their expansion. Okay. So that is why even the long transmission of electrical power, it permits the load with a lower cost of energy that may be available locally. Of course, but such economy, the reason most of the world is not supply that much type of interconnected involving interconnected system. because they are own entity. And our Indian region also, we are facing a lot of problems. The interconnection utility, interconnection utility means what? That one state to another state means what? Suppose what we can say that Maharashtra to Bengal, that is called as a state to state interconnectivity. So that is there, some constraint is there. First constraint in geographical area, some land and regulation, then government regulation, and third is called as their internal politics, internal region acts and regulation, because every state has their own acts and regulation of electrical policy. This is Central Electricity Board acts is different, and the State Electricity Act board is different. Some state are supposed to following the acts and regulations, some state are not supposed to following the acts and regulations. So that is called the ambiguity and discrepancy, what you can say that, the discrepancy. So once you solve the ambiguity in a particular way, that time the two state can be in stable manner, and that time deregulation will be quite possible. And that time your fax technology and all this technology will be come into the market in a proper way. Okay, so that is there. So, dear all, the fax is basically, you people already aware about the technology. The intention is to, why the fax is adopted, because it is to maintain the stability, reliability, power quality, and those are all the interconnect system, and to enhance the controllability and increase the power transfer capability. I will discuss after that, and the definition as far as the IEEE concerned, it is a powertronics based system, such other static equipments that provides the control of one or more AC transmission parameters such as voltage, impedance, phase angle and power. So these are the four important parameters: voltage, impedance, phase angle and power. So according to, as far as the concern of the all algorithms, all hypothetical study over the power system, so you people focused on the voltage, impedance, phase angle and power to improve the overall performance of the transmission line. So by considering all those four parameters, that is very, very important. But dear student, as far as the concern of the fax controller, the technology is growing nowadays. Earlier it was 2-level or 3-level multi-inverter, multi-converter was developed, but right now the nth multi-converter have been already developed, and still the research is going on to betterment of better for this utility and uses and applications. So with the help of this technology that is called as voltage source converter base and current source converter base, those technology and some kind of called as a resonance converter base technology. So all this technology has been adopted. Again, still the research is going on to various applications of not only the electrical power system, but also many applications. Next slide, please. Okay, fine. Previous one. Okay. So dear all, very well. These are the basic structure of is called as the interconnection of the transmission line, because transmission is not single one, it is interconnected. Okay, I earlier rightly said that the interconnection of the transmission network. So you people must be focused on the interconnection of transmission line, that is called as the multi-loop. So this is basic structure of diagram. You people already studied in your engineering and already taught many times to your students. So these are the the impedance, then variable impedance, variable reactance, the phase angle are supposed to assured in the transmission line. That time your performance is quite improved, and the HVDC synchronization with the HVAC and HVDC, that is again quite possible. Okay, by improving the fax technology. The fax technology is solution. It is quite possible to synchronize the particular HVDC and HVAC grid. But again, still having some problem with the geographical area and constraint of the interutility. So again, there is a problem. Okay. So that is there. So dear student, the various focused parameter on the particular thing I already discussed. The commercially available fax technology basically can be divided into two main branches, right? First branch is called as dynamic shunt compensation. You people already familiar, and series compensation. The former connection, the former it was earlier used the shunt compensation, formerly, okay. Shunt compensation is widely used earlier those days, like the shunt capacitor, then the synchronous condenser, then it was replaced the some kind of, you know, the thyristor based control reactance and thyristor based control capacitor, like this. Now, dear all, the both technology is applied in several hundred installation around the world right now. Which one? Shunt and shunt compensation is what widely used, and more than 100 to 1000 substation is widely available in India. I think we have 3 to 4 FACT substations available. Among these, SVC substation is available in Kanpur to some north. Okay, and this thing, the nowadays, coming those research, the series compensation or series dynamic controller is widely approached. So I need to much more focus and much more research scope on series controller. So whatever the research area for you people, I suggest you to go with the series controller. Okay, and you know, the third one is called as the hybrid controller. Hybrid control is okay, but shunt and series both controller. But again, there is a problem with the constraint of geographical area, and again the constraint of the financial, because financial does much matter for the Indian government, okay, and the Electricity Act regulation. So that is there, but now those coming days, it is definitely, it will improve after that. So dear all, so this is the often, you know, the power growth, the power system becomes increasingly more complex to operate, and the system can become more insecure with large power flow in adapted control. Means controllability is very, very important. So you people think of this, which technology is particularly adopted for their control phenomenal effect. So which technology are supposed to adopted particularly to achieve the all the parameters, to achieve the all overall, to improve the overall or performance of the transmission line. So that is depends upon the particular the location of devices and the earlier statistic of the you know, earlier 5 years or 10 years or 20 years back the statistics. So with the help of the statistic and their particular location, you people decide which kind of particular device would be preferred for your to achieve the particular improve the particular performance. Okay. So that is there. Suppose you know, as far as concerned of this loophole diagrams already shown in this right now the slide. Suppose you can consider that the series impedance, shunt impedance, phase angle, and the occurrence of the oscillation at particular various frequencies, you know, below the rated frequency or above the rated frequency. There is happening, every day happening. In India, we have the very much problem of the frequency oscillation, right? Because not super sound technology, some old technology, earlier old technology have been adopted and still running in the market. So there is a frequency oscillation that is called as damping oscillation. That is a more problem. Okay. So that frequency oscillation, or particularly by adding to frequency flexibility in this way, the controller is enable its transmission line to function near its thermal rating. And dear all, that is the only one solution of facts. It is quite possible to improve the all those loopholes. For example, I would like to quote some example. Suppose 500 kVA transmission line, 500 kVA transmission line, and it may be loading limit of 1000 to 2000 megawatt. About the 500 kVA transmission line, the loading of the power is 100 megawatt to 200 megawatt supposed to be for a safe operation. But dear all, the limit, thermal limit must be more than 2000. It is greater extent up to the 3000 megawatt. So that is very, very important. Now the shortfall of the 2000 to 1000 megawatt. So that is your target of the research project, to improve by considering the thermal limit of overall transmission line, how to achieve the 3000 megawatt with the help of this FACTS technology. So that is very, very important. Next slide, Professor. Okay, so next is, I'm just going too fast because very limited period, 1 hour and 15 minutes to left, and too much topic I want to just cover. So what is the limit of the loading capability? And you just go through this, that is thermal, then second is dielectric, then the stability. Okay, and all those the thermal limit, that is depends upon the Indian geographical area and the meteorological effect of the transmission line, because transmission line is open-ended, right? And the again geographical constraint over there, some kind of the Maharashtra to Uttar Pradesh to Madhya Pradesh to Uttar Pradesh, then north, then after that upper Uttarakhand and all this thing, Himachal and all. And after that here is south, some kind of Tamil Nadu and some kind of the Bangalore and all these things. So these are called as a widespread of the geographical area and eco-balance of the transmission system in India. So thermal limit, that is very, very important. So by considering the research, you people must be considering the thermal limit, because this is, the slow poison. The effect is not straight way. It is some kind of a slow poison, some kunchum, thoda, small interval effect that will be come into the, after sometimes will be the big effect. So it is not shown, but by considering your facts, whenever you go with the facts research in your study, the thermal effect must be considered. And second is called as a dielectric. Dielectric means that is the insulation capability 10% above and 10% below. That is called a threshold value. So it could be acceptable limit to voltage and power flows. That is very important. And the stability, you already gone through stability, the transient stability, dynamic stability, and steady state stability, frequency collapse, subsynchronous resonance. All this stability could be overcome with the help of FACTS technology. Professor, next. So just go through these fast. I don't want to discuss it too much because some important topic supposed to be left. The benefits and tasks of the FACTS system. So these are the benefits. Benefits important about the fourth benefits, that is fast voltage regulation. Second benefit of the FACTS technology to increase the power transfer for long transmission line, transformer, etc. Then third is called as damping of the reactive power oscillation. Then load flow control in mesh system, thereby improve the stability of performance of the existing and the future transmission system. So all the benefits of the FACTS, but task. Your task is very important to control the voltage under various load conditions, because whatever the study you people on the transmission line in electrical power system, many research based on the hypothetical, based on the assumptions, right? There is no practical application as such nowadays. In research fellow, I'm talking about the research fellow. I'm not talking about the consultant and the research consultants. They are doing actually their work by manipulating, by populating their datas. But those research fellow nowadays at UG level or PG level or some kind of the PhD level, they are trying to deploy their hypothetical things. But by considering the assumptions and by based of the assumptions, they could be simpler and easier method. Which kind of method are supposed to adopt, and that will be definitely great helps to our society, electrical power system society. Okay, so that is why that is control the balanced reactive power. The balanced reactive power is very, very important. That is called as the reactive power management. The various tools and methods is available to control the reactive power. But dear all, I would like to suggest you the reactive power management is a complete separate study in electrical engineering, because reactive power capability and reactive power handling, those are the very important things. There is a limitation of reactive power handling capability, not too much high, not too much less, because to having to improve the overall efficiency and by considering the losses, that is called as the reactive power losses, right? That not too much extent over the transmission line. So dear all, reactive power management is a very, very important. So that is why. After that, second is after that, increase the stability of power system over the long transmission. So overall, you just go through this. Professor, next one. Okay, this is the basic type of the FACTS controller, and you might be gone through this the basic type. These are the shunt and series and combined, and the FACTS technology you might be knowing the based on the two technology. First is called as a purely thyristor base, and that is called as SCR base, simple SCR, silicon control rectifier. And second is called as the VSC base or CSC base, voltage source converter or current source converter, what we can say that. So those technology is adopted and developed so far, and the many researchers are trying to develop to improve the again the overall performance of the devices. Still the research is again going on. Some major leading companies are doing their own consultant and own research. So about the shunt controller, it is having the two types, SPC STATCOM, you know very well, and the both are called as the voltage controller, voltage to control the to stable the voltage stability, and this is the series CSC and SSC, and SVC is called as thyristor based controller, compensation controller, and STATCOM is purely VSC based, voltage source converter. Similarly, in case of TCSC and SSC, this is thyristor based, then voltage source based. So my question is that this is combined. Combined means what, that this is hybrid, UPFC and IPFC and TCPST and DFC. So these are called as a hybrid, series and shunt combination. But my question is that the voltage source converter, the technology is adopted and having a lot of advantages, because the control phenomena as compared to thyristor, the control signal is wide and so much complex. So a lot of problems with the control circuit in case of the thyristor based controller, right? Some having some, you have been already taught in powertronic subject, some delay angle, then overlapping angle about by considering the shunt impedance, series impedance of transmission line or transformer. So that is dam effect problem with the series type of controller, SCR based controller. So these are the again assumption based. So nowadays smart control is available. Some kind of the what you can say that the microcontroller based, this smart controller is available. Smart sensor is developed. So it is quite possible, but cost is too much. Cost consideration is too much. So voltage source converter based technology, the advantage is to exchange the real and reactive power in a smooth direction. That is there. But provided the energy storage system not so far developed, so that is a major problem. So again, still the research is going on the energy system, energy storage system management. Still again the research is going on. Means what that is constant input DC is to be required. And so energy storage system, that is called as, sometimes it's called as a DC link capacitor, So that is very, very important. So again, still the research is going on in the particular field. Okay. So dear all, so about this diagram, I would like to just brief in short. Dynamic shunt compensation can be automatically support the voltage. I have already rightly said that. To support the level in specific area of power system. Means what that the voltage is immediate image of reactive power balance. And of course, voltage and reactive power. It should be balanced properly. Now SVC and STATCOM have the most well-established market. SVC and STATCOM have been most well-established market best due to their decade of the experience. This is popular technologies, and more than 800 substation available in the Europe market. Okay. And basically those substation, those devices are particularly SVC and STATCOM is widely adopted at load centers or industrial end centers. I am repeating, SVC and STATCOM are particularly adopted at load centers where the load substation is adoptable, or you can say that the industrial load point, where is required the constant voltage support, where is required the voltage security at that particular end. But as far as concern of the transmission line, both are not so far what you can say that not so far efficient in manner. Okay, so that is why series compensation is widely and kindly used over the long transmission line. And third one is called as the UPFC, or you can say that the hybrid controller. It's a combination of series and shunt controller, is widely and kindly adopted over the transmission line. It could achieve the sending end as well as receiving end as well as midpoint. So that is fabulous one. Okay. So what is our intention to improve the steady state voltage support, dynamic voltage stabilization, power system damping, load balancing, steady state voltage support. All these parameters has to be covered. Okay. So that is why these are the basic one. And one more thing. Apart from SVC and STATCOM in the market, Europe market, other is called as the TCSC. TCSC is one of the best device, and in our India also it is adoptable. TCSC substation is available in our India, right? Because there is again market. Because market, I just told you that the technology, the market is based on the technology. You people decide which kind of technology is more favorable. You don't go with the latest technology and all these things. You should go with the particular technology of facts so as to your performance or your objective has to be solved. Your objective has to be solved. That is the prime objective. So not necessary to use the SVC and STATCOM and UPFC in a particular way. Necessary the waste of the money and waste of the time to install the substation. Right? So TCSC, it is okay, no problem. You first decided the issue of our transmission line, most of the issues. In our Indian geographical system, the issue is called as the damping. You know, the resonance and damping is a damn issue in our Indian power system. Because the grid code and grid management is not proper so far. That is called as the inter-utility grid system. So that is why, dear all, the TCSC, it is quite possible and popular in the market. Why? Because to achieve the overall the objectives of the damping oscillation and to enhance, of course, enhance the controllability power of real and reactive. That is there. So that is why the TCSC has been, Asian countries is popular like China and India. Many substation available. Okay, and interconnected grid also. Next, Professor, next. So in this way, after that, the next slide is the relative importance of different types of the FACTS controller. The importance, the relative importance means you decided which controller is particularly adopted, whether you go with the series controller or you should go with the shunt controller, or you should go with the series and shunt controller. So you people decide not only their size, their ratings, because there are some kind of the devices having their own limitations. Okay, but you decide achieve your goal, your objective, your target. So according to your objective, your target, you first do the analysis, you first do the survey, and according to that you decided which devices is suitable for my applications. So that is where. So in case of the MVA size, the series control is several times more powerful than shunt control. Why? Because the series controller to enhance to improve the the voltage injected in terms of the current, that is variable shunt impedance and phase angle also. So that is the MVA size, and whenever you require the voltage, constant voltage at the load end particularly, that time your shunt controller is most popular by injecting current into the line. Okay, VSC based technology. And after that you already gone through this. This is the basic terminology. Okay, next. Well, now today I'm just going to much more focused on the facts market research analysis. So it was earlier, it's a complete earlier what we had already discussed, the basic terminology. Now I'm going to discuss about the facts research analysis. Now, dear all, in the global market, earlier in my previous introduction, I rightly said that financial knowledge for those electrical engineering people not so far good. They are very limited financial knowledge. Financial involves any kind of financial, right? Their company transaction, company balance sheet, company portfolios, and company bondings, then company commodities. So all the financial knowledge our engineering people, they don't have, or limited one, I can say that. But dear all, I don't want to discuss in detail about the financial. I'm just going to discuss related with the facts market. I'm related with the facts market only. How the facts the facts market is so far developed in Asian countries, Europe countries, and some kind of other Gulf countries. Okay, how the market is developed, and according to those coming days, you people definitely helps to your study. According to financial market, you can go with your research, in particular technical research, in particular fact devices, right? So that is very, very important. Very few people should be think of this matter about the facts. So dear all, first point is reactive power equipment market research. What is that? In this one, what I am going to discuss, reliability and the supply security. Reliability and supply security is major concern. I am once again repeating. Reliability and supply security is a major concern for utilities these days, right? Because reliability and security does matter always. And with the increasing the particular renewable energy and the multi-grid, inter-grid, and of course there is the grid codes. Every grid having their codes according to IEEE, then IIT codes, standard ISI codes. So all the grid codes, they are having their own entity. According to that, you people decide the reliability and the security matter, right? That is constraint. That is constraint. Which constraint? Government constraint. But dear all, now in the coming days, suppose the deregulation and the privatization will happen in the market after coming days. That time, you electrical engineering people must go with the grid system, and you can define your own grid system also. You can define your own grid code. According to own grid code, you can develop your own system at particular reliable and secure. That is there. Okay. So these are the assumption based study, but God's sake, in coming future, suppose it could be developed, and it is quite possible, because the Make in India and the smart cities, it is again quite possible to develop your own grid code systems. So dear all, in case of the reactive power market, the static device like capacitor banks, synchronous condenser and filters have been installed by the system operator to provide the voltage stability and reactive power support, right? It means that system operator is playing a very important role in deregulation power market. System operator is an entity who is able to handle their different entities, different regions. Means it is simply acts as a mediator who is having the sound knowledge, sound administration ability to control the overall region. Means suppose he is a good manager, system operator is supposed to be good manager. So that is why when the system operator is supposed to, by considering in case of the technical parameter, voltage stability and voltage security as per as concerned for the system operator. Once both parameters are supposed to be considered, then and then he can fulfill their particular demand. Okay, so that is why. So dear all, the advancement of the fax and the coming popular with the time nowadays, the fax technology is right away in the market, but you people must be understand the question before going to start the research on the reactive power equipment in the market. You people must understand where the market headed, which reactive technology is dominating the market, who is the market leader in the supplying those solutions, then any upcoming regulatory roadblocks, government roadblocks, that all the parameters should be considered while doing the research with your study. Means technical along with the financial I am talking about. Second is called as the flexible AC transmission system, that is called the drivers. That is very, very important. So dear all, with the rising the demand of power in the electricity uses and the other applications, it has created countless opportunity for the fax, countless opportunity, right? Its benefits includes the reduction in loop flows. The loop flows after multi-parallel transmission line, the loop flows are the very, very important. So you people identified the loop flows by adopting some, you already studied in your engineering, that is called as optimal power flow programming, or any kind of the algorithm. You can decide the powers, hypothetical studies, the powers of the real and reactive power and voltage and angle. You can study different nodes Okay. And second is the voltage fluctuation and reactive power flows. You can identify it. And other benefits are increasing the power system security. Very, very important. The point to be noted down: the power system security and power loading capability. These are the two major issues in our Indian power system structure. There is the power system security and transmission line loading capability, right? Because in our India, in our geographical region, the dynamic load is not particular so far in the limited zone. It is virtually the load is increasing day by day, having so many problems. So that is why some problem with the agricultural land, some problem with the some agricultural land, some kind of state utility, and some kind of the industrial policy in the act and regulation. Likewise, so all the governing policy has to be supposed to be adopted. That time it is quite possible to improve our system in those coming days. Okay, but you should know about the facts. Where is the market now? So that is there. And the next is which point is flexible AC transmission system market. That is called as a segmentation. And I am just going to discuss about the segmentation. We saw that the global flexible AC transmission system market, that is called the FACS market, can be segmented on the basis of application. Segmented market means based on the application, where it is used. Components and the compensation type, which type of compensation you would like to be adopted. And the key application based segments of global flexible AC transmission system market, such as steel industry, it might be very boom, mining industry, and electrical utility industry. So these are the three major key player in the market of FACTS. Which one? Steel industry, mining industry, and electrical industry. For overall optimization of AC current control system, various types of FACT compensation are used, whether it is series controller or shunt controller or combined series and shunt controller. So dear all, depending on the compensation type, global flexible AC transmission system, that is called the FACTS, can be segmented into two divides, whether you should go with the series or whether we should go with the STATCOM. That is why. So that is there. And next is the flexible AC transmission system market by the key players. And you people might be knowing the major player in the market of the FACTS like ABB, Ashim Rambrari, Alstom, then some kind of the Eaton and Exxon Electricals, and major key player I think this is General Electric and Mitsubishi, and then Toshiba, Siemens, then American semiconductor devices. All these are the major key players in the market of the FACTS. So they are doing the study also there. Next slide. Okay, next is called as the global market insight. So just going through this global market, where the market of the FACTS. You people just focused on the theoretical portion of the technical one, but nobody could dare to focus on the market. Where the market of the FACTS? According to market, you can do the research, na? Lot of scope in the market coming those days in the deregulation policies. Okay, so you people must be understand the financial structure. Electrical engineering people must be understand forever the financial structure. Unless or until financial structure you people could not understand, so you cannot go in detail with the technical research. Okay, that is my sentence I am just quoted right now. So that is why dear all, in the global market, the demand for high quality AC power of electrical energy, that can be attributed to the need to improve the controllability and enhance the power transfer capability of the network. That is very, very important. Controllability and power transfer capability. But there are also several benefits of FACTS, such as the increase the quality of supply, increase the stability, and as well as financial benefits. Okay, so these are the important one, and I would like to say the roughly figure I have in the global market as per the research report I have just downloaded from the market analysis. So today's market size is expected $2.5 billion, $2.5 billion by the end of 2025. 2025 it could be increased up to $2.5 billion. In global market, I'm not talking about the India market. It's a global market having the South Asia market, Europe market, and Gulf market. Okay, that is 2.5 billion. But dear all, the total the global warming will dramatically impact of the demand. That is a major issue, and particularly in our Indian geographical system. And the domination of the fossil fuel, then the dominations of the some kinds of the architecture of our Indian power system. So the parameter must be improved. But the industry revolution is still going on, and they have been already adopted. Okay, some kind of the the Indian railways and the electrical traction system, they have been already adopted the FACTS technology. They have been good home. Okay. Again, very much scope and the research area for the Indian electrical power system. by having the some kind of the facts system is applicable for the traction. So there is again a lot of problems with the technical as well as the geographical one. Okay, so you can do the lot of research in the particular things. Next slide, Professor. Okay, so dear all, just go through this. The the mesh structure, where is called as the structure of the facts market, and where is the impacting factor, which is the study as per as the white paper 2016 to 2020, where the system was in 2016 and where the system will become in 2023 or more. So I'm just going to explain in short about the global flexible AC transmission system market. It is basically segmented based on the compensation type. Compensation type means compensation controller, and depends upon the industry vertical and region. Industry vertical means what? That type of the manufacturing process, whether it is steel, steel mining or chemical, whatever it may be, that is called as industry vertical. And region means what? This is called as the regional of any kind of the region of the globe. The compensation type covered in the study include the series compensation, shunt compensation, and combined series and shunt compensation. By controller, the market is classified as the STATCOM, SVC, UPFC, and TCSC. Just focused on the 4 parameters. Market, today's market, STATCOM, SVC, UPFC, and TCSC. Okay, but I am not mentioning over here the triple SC, right? So dear all, you people is widely scoped to study about the triple SC to compatible with the market. Okay, where the in Indian geographical position is supposed to be triple SC are supposed to be implemented in any kind of the vertical, that time how much market would be improved in coming future, in coming those days. So that is triple SC is one of the most devices not mentioned in the market. Nowadays the market based on only 4 devices. I am once again repeating: STATCOM, SVC, UPFC, and TCSC. But triple SC is not so far related with the market. What is the reason? So you people could identify. You people could do the study, do the research, go through the white paper, company's white paper, market white papers. Then you can analysis. Where is the problem with the triple SC? But triple SC, as per as my concern of the research, triple SC is a fabulous fax devices to control the overall performance of transmission line as compared to UPFC and TCSC. That's it. Okay, that is why. Because in our Indian geographical system, as per as the concern of the technical attributes, the triple SC is so far superior devices as per as my knowledge, my research work. Okay. So these are the this one, and then the first about this mesh, I am just going to explain the attributes. Advancement of electrical power transmission system. It does mean that, you know, the aging transmission and other power system networks result into lot of power losses. You know, the network result into lot of power losses and lesser the system's usability. Less kind of the usability, you can say that. The rise in the demand for electrification across the developed and the developing nation, and that demand of facts in the market. Okay, that is very important. Second is the increasing demand for the controllability of the power system. You can go through the diagram, you know, where this one in the 2016 increase in the demand of the controllability is this one, and in 2030 it will be increased. Why it will be increased? It is extended up to 16 to 23, because demand is controllable demand is increased because the generation of capability is to be increased. Demand power demand is increased, generation capability increased. transmission exponential is going on. So obviously it is extended up to 2023. That is a bigger plan. And second is increase in demand for controllability of power system. It does mean that it is controlled, regulated and uninterrupted power supply to increase the system efficiently and boost the production process. That is very, very important. Okay, means regulated, uninterrupted power supply. That is quite possible to boosting the production process. Okay, and to reduce the wear and tearing losses in the equipment installed in the industry. Means decide the vertical, decide the industry, the best solution, best possible product to improve the efficiency and to improve the overall performance of their particular verticals. So here is again in 2016. This is, you can see in this diagram, in 2016 that is less one, and 23 it is improving in order. Okay, but there all the another is called as a high initial cost of installation, and of course as far as the concern of the cost is too much, does matter always, because cost is always 2016 the cost stuck up, and 23 it is close to that. Means what, that in the market the the cost is why that is just similar to 16 to up to closest to 23. It does mean that not so far investor are invest in those technologies so far. Okay, they are doing some, the smart electronics platform, they are doing lot of investment. Some kind of another manufacturing, robotics, they are doing lot of investment, but not so far investment or investors in the market. So that is why it is close. So it need to improve, and definitely sometimes suppose technology is benefited for the society or any vertical, that time it is definitely expand. Okay, that is that. And the last is the need for the high reliability under the contingencies. That is very, very important. Contingencies means for that, the dynamic loading effect always happened over the transmission line. So during the running time or during the peak time, it creates the disturbances or the power failures in the whole or some section of the network. And therefore, the need of the reliable system support, continuous operation is required. So, facts, it is quite possible solution. So that is very, very important, because every vertical is required without any kind of the contingency. So contingency free is supplies to be required, system is to be required. That time facts is the best solution in the market, which can achieve the overall reliability in the system. So again, the graph is go on increasing. That is objective in 2023. Okay, next slide, Professor. Now, dear all, you can just go through the generation-wise fax devices is implemented in our globe. That is, you can observe here as far as concerned of the this graph. This is shunt compensation, this is series compensation, this is compensation. Means the $1 million in globe is implemented only and only shunt compensation. Okay, means widely and kindly mostly use shunt compensation in worldwide, but second is series compensation, and after that the combined compensation. Combined compensation, why it is not so far? Because cost is too much high. Okay, maintenance and cost does matter. So that is why the combined compensation not so far developed, not so far installed. Very limited substation is available in the globe, but the shunt compensation is mostly adopted and mostly used because the voltage support is always has to be required, because quality of power is depends upon the voltage support. So that is why. Okay, I would like to just in short brief about the this slide. Okay, so dear all, in the previous slide, Professor, previous slide. I just going to brief in short. Okay, in the shunt compensation, the facts are connected in parallel with the power system of transmission line. The shunt compensation actively used in power transmission, and distribution network to reduce the power losses and voltage drop. That is widely known. But moreover, the shunt compensation is used for various application because it is damn ability to support the stabilization, that is called as voltage stabilization. Dynamic reactive power control ability also, increase the transmission capacity, power system damping oscillation, transient stability, system voltage balancing maintenance, reduce the transmission losses and voltage control. So these parameters are so far very important as per a concern of the transmission utility. So that is why shunt compensation is popular as far as compared to other ones. Okay. Okay, Professor, just go fast because time is very limited. 30 minutes left, no, Professor? Okay. So, dear all, just go through the.
Sir?
Only 30 minutes left, no?
Yes, sir. Only 20-25 minutes left, sir.
Okay, I'm just going fast, no? Because
Okay,
I don't want to discuss too much. Yeah, you just go through the phases of the transmission line. That is called as the fax installation project. Okay, you just go through this because you know some kind of the research students, they should understand. They must be understand the how the fax installation project is going on in, because we are discussing about the study of the market. So this is very important, the phases of the installation. Unless and until you cannot go in detail about the market size. Okay. Anybody wants to do research in the financial, in the fax market, they can do with. This is not the non-technical study. It is of course technical study by having some technical as well as the financial both, such as the cost of the fax devices, then the whenever the cost does matter also. In case of static loading and dynamic loading, how much cost is bear by the fax devices? This is very, very important. Very few researchers in India, they have been already done the study about the cost of the fax. Whenever you could be implemented in the pool market, in deregulated market, that time cost does always matter. Okay. So cost study with the fax devices, that is obviously the study of your technical, but you people must be understand about the market size. Okay, so that is there. Next slide. Next, Professor. Next one. Okay, dear all, just go through the role of the fax devices. In the already this is open source market, or you can say that in case of the considering the deregulation in the market, that time those points are very, very important. That is, the network constraint may put barrier to free trade of electricity in open market. That is very important. Then opening of unused potential of system required due to environmental, right way, and the cost problem. I rightly said that and rightly explained the cost problem. The fax devices location, that is very important. By controlling the power, can improve the power system performance. Then static, in case of static, with having the loss reduction, congestion management, and security. That is very, very important. Loss reduction, congestion management, and security. Okay. So in case of the deregulation of Indian power structure, that time congestion management and security is very, very important concern. So you people can do the much more research in congestion management and security by considering the fax market analysis. Okay. And after that, the dynamic, that is transient, the transient voltage and small signal stability, that is not so far, focused on the particular dynamic stability, because this is, the complexity structure of in our Indian regulatory control system. So that is why the dynamic stability not so far study in your Indian power system pattern, but you can do the hypothetical study with the help of some kind of the fax market. Okay. So increase the interest of fax devices due to their cost effectiveness. Of course, I already told you that because of the cost of the devices. because UPFC is too much highly effective devices, highly capable devices, but due to cost, it is not affordable in the market. And the next slide. Okay. That is the roles of the fax devices in restructured power system, that is called as a deregulation. The first is the congestion management is very, very important, because to study about the congestion management, then you can fulfill your power system structure, and the private entities can easily enter into the market and deal it with the help of the deregulation. Your power system market could be improved in coming future. So congestion management is very, very important, and these are all technical. These are all technical, but by considering the fax market system, that is very important. Financial structure. First, you people, I would like to suggest one more point. Before going to discuss in technical parameter, you people could design the framework in the market, framework market, and you can logically think in your own way, okay, and deploy your own components, that is called the market components, okay, and according to that market components, a lot of the tools are available, and with the help of today's big data analysis, then machine learning. So these are the tools, these are the coming technologies to study the market analysis, okay. With the help of this market analysis, you can achieve the your goals like congestion, like enhancement of transmission, like ATC, like security, like transmission pricing. You can do this, okay. So that is again research area scope. Okay, Professor, next. Okay, well, so about the what we are, the roles, the objectives. So our objectives is my study, basically my research is based on the congestion management. I have done the research in my congestion management. My student also doing the research in the particular platform. So congestion management, I have done the 39 bus system, that is called a single line system. Congestion means what, that in case of the open pool market, okay, open pool or pull out market, where you people first identified the congestion, because you identified the congestion means what, that to enhance the transfer capability of real power and to manage the real power and to maintain the voltage, okay. And by considering the three parameters, real power, reactive power and voltage, that time you people easily decide the pricing of the system. Means congestion management you people particularly handle, then you could be easily save the generation cost as well as transmission cost. Cost doesn't matter, because revenue generation it does matter always. To save up the cost, to increase the overall performance by adopting the congestion management. That is a study. So I'm going to use a 39 bus system here. And in my research, I am just deployed the UPFC, that is called as the Unified Power Flow Controller. Okay. I have been already developed two things: AC power flow examination. I have been considered the AC power flow approximation. I have already designed the two factors, that is called as a transmission congestion distribution factor, that is called as a PTCDU, in the presence of UPFC, and I have been already formed the cluster and zones for the congestion management, and sometimes I developed some called as a long system line loading distribution factors. Now, dear student, for this optimal power flow, or the optimal power flow programming, Professor, next. By optimal power flow programming, I have been already adopted the Newton-Raphson is okay, no problem at all, right? Newton-Raphson, then modified Newton-Raphson, etc. Newton-Jacobian also, modified Newton-Jacobian also. These are the many methods to study about the optimal power flow. But by Uddha adopted the that is called as the parameter optimization. You know, the parameter optimization particularly in case of the tuning of the optimization parameter. Why? Because without fax devices, you can run the easily OPF, Optimum Power Flow program in MATLAB or any other high level languages. You can develop your own code, own programs. It is okay. But by implementing the fax application into the system, actually, and after that you can try to run the this kind of OPF programming. That is again it will create a lot of problems. You will face a lot of difficulties. Why? Because you know it is having some kind of the Jacobian is not getting populated sometimes. Right. So sometimes it is the problem with some zero free errors. You know, see some kind of the looping of the infinite loops. So this kind of problems you might be facing. So that is why you can design the formulation in the best way to study the power system sensitivity analysis, right? And that is real power system analysis, sensitivity analysis, and reactive power system sensitivity analysis. You people might be studied. Okay, so in this way, I have developed with the help of the ACO, you know, ion colony optimization. My research is based on the ion colony optimization. So I do compare with the genetic algorithm code. My ACO is superior than the genetic algorithm code. Okay, I have developed the ACO engine also. Okay, in the coming slide, I'll be just explain. Okay, so this is the I'm just going to explain about 39 bus system. This is simple power structure, you know, power balance equation, and the this factor I have considered here. And with the help of this factor, I am just deploying the Jacobian element matrix and Taylor series. With the help of Jacobian and Taylor series, I have developed such things. And after solving the Jacobian and Taylor series, the two shifting factor has been adopted. That is called as P shifter and Q shifter. It is two formula. It is quite possible to identify the real and reactive power flow sensitivity over the transmission line, without fax and with fax application. Okay. So there all just go through this one. This is shifting factor corresponding the constraint of real power constraint and reactive power constraint. Okay. And I have developed the zone. You just go through the diagram. Professor, next. Okay. So I have developed the zones basically. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. Means I have developed the 4 zones. Suppose zone means what that 39 bus system. Suppose in Maharashtra state, in India, suppose I have divided into 3 zones, 4 zones: south, south, then east, south, west, south, and supposed to be somewhat level of Maharashtra east and Maharashtra west. I have developed, I have designed, I have categorized the 4 zones. According to that, having the 39 bus. I used to run the formula in OPF, not in MATLAB. I have designed the Java coding, object-oriented programming. I have developed my own, and I already did the programming. I have done the OPF program, and by adopting some kind of the P shifting and Q shifting analysis, and to identify the first of all the attribute factor that is called as the PCDUF factors. According to that, I run the program, and the factor is to be adopted here. This factor does indicate the lowest factor means bus number 8 is more sensitive one. Why? Because it is having the minus 0.01, right? So this is more sensitivity of this bus. So we need to most focus on bus number 8. Above the 39 bus, the 8 bus is more sensitive about identified this one, because as compared to other study is also available. But I just gone through the literature, and with the help of this those particular formulation, I could achieve the very accurate result as compared to other researchers. Okay, as compared to data. So that is why this shifting method is very commonly and widely used, which is help. Professor, next. So the congestion zone in 39 bus, I have designed the 4 zones: zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 separately. Why zone is separately? Because you people could easily identify the clustering Which zone is particularly prone the more problem? Which zone is required the much more power? Which zone is required the shortfall power? Which zone is required the severity? Okay, so zone wise it is quite possible. It is quite easy to involve the study of congestion management. So zone wise is far better. So that is why we are divided the 4 zones here. So according to zone, we are start to run the optimal power flow programming with the ACO. After that, what we have decided, and we obtained the this is we designed the market model. This is called as the P-type market. That is called pool market. Open pool market, that is called as the cost pool market of cost 1, cost 2, cost 3. Okay. According to that, you can see here the congestion cost without UPFC. We have to consider the base load with UPFC, and I am going to increase the 2% load without UPFC, and I am going to increase the 2% load with UPFC. And dear student, dear all, you can visualize, you can see here without UPFC the congestion cost is too much. Without UPFC the congestion cost is damn reduced. This is hypothetical study, you know. This is not actual practical one study. This is year is 2070 and year is 480 without with UPFC. And suppose I am going to increase the load of the 2%, that time the congestion cost is 4006, and with UPFC it is 677. Okay, that is damn reduction of the cost with UPFC. Means UPFC fax device is quite helpful, and it's a great great result. So you can go through this diagram. This is the result diagram. Next one. Professor. Okay, you can go through the cost wise the pool market. Just go through this the pool market one, and here is congestion cost, and categories with the without UPFC, then with UPFC. Without UPFC is 2% increase load, with UPFC 2% load. I mean to say that the congestion cost how is to be reduced without UPFC and with UPFC. You can see here the without with UPFC the congestion cost is minimized from 2699 to 480. This is hypothetical one. No? I have just done the OPF and it's got the results. Okay, and this is authenticated one also, because the one of the my paper is already published in referred journal. So in Taylor and Francis, they have been accepted such type of results. So that is why this is authenticate results. And without UPFC 2% increase load, cost is suppose load is increased without UPFC, the cost is 4000 congestion cost, and 4000 means what the congestion cost in terms of dollar also, you know. And with UPFC increase the cost, that is being reduced to 677. Okay, this is the pool market. I have decided the pool market model. Next slide, Professor. So dear all, you can just go through this, the how the real power generation and congestion cost without UPFC in the this one is called as the base load. Okay, here is improved, here is cost is reduced. You can see here. You can see here congestion cost. Congestion cost is reduced from this yellow it shows. Okay, this congestion cost is includes with UPFC. Okay, similarly without UPFC, with UPFC, electricity market model I have designed pool market and open pool market. So this is called as a cost in dollar. So you can see the UPFC without UPFC the cost is too much. With UPFC the cost is less. Without UPFC, when increase the loading, again cost is increases, but increase the load, but with UPFC the cost is less. So in this way, I just got it the results. Professor, next. So dear all, the previous my case study number 1, this is called as a congestion management in deregulated power system. This is very, very important. That is called as the market size. So you people must must study the market size model, and first you design the market size model, then you can go with the technical parameters, whether it is congestion, whether it is ATC, whether it is power system security, or whether it is transmission real power pricing or reactive power pricing. Okay, the afterward. But before going to discuss, you first design the system model. Now, dear all, the last is my case study number 2. I'm just going to discuss, that is the dynamic modeling of EPFC with optimum tuning by ACO controller. I don't want to discuss it too much detail. Okay, Professor, next. Means what that the dynamic optimum tuning means what that I have designed the ACO controller, that is called as a hybrid controller, means artificial neural network with the ACO engine. I have developed my own ACO engine in Java programming, not MATLAB, in object-oriented programming. Okay, so what is that to improve the overall system dynamic performance at generating side as well as the load side. So this is simple MATLAB network I have been just developed, and according to that the control circuit I have been developed here. This is called as the control circuit of the respective control circuit I have designed. Okay, Professor, next. And in this way I have developed the control circuit, the PI regulator in the separate way for the masking of the particular load, control load. Masking is must, because without masking you people cannot do the correct gain of the regulation. So every node has to be masking. Okay, and to particular masking having the particular significance, whether it is control gain, whether it is KI gain, KF gain, KC gain, or overall gain factors, masking is must. Okay, so there is required some kind of adaptive controller. So I have designed here is the ACO algorithms. This is ACO engine I have developed here, and this ACO engine, this is your power system network, and I have been adopted with the help of the UPFC, how UPFC is tuning the parameters, how UPFC is to control and tune particular parameter which is required for the power system. So dear all, you know very well the UPFC is required some kind of the dynamic model. Here is called a dynamic structure, Dynamic structure means called it is study, of course, it is study of MATLAB is static one, this is hypothetical one, but not practical approach, not hardware, it is a software. It's a study of the software base. But you people in future you can do some kind of some demonstrate model, some UG, PG student or some PhD student, you can do some prototype hardware model you can do also, no problem at all. So prior that you people should understand the AI controller. Okay, so once you understand the AI controller, then you can easily develop the develop the power system. And this is UPFC wants to control the KI gain and KP gain, and two gains is required. Important gain. This is called as a tune gain. Okay, this optimized gain or tune gain, which is given to the power system network, and this is our ACO system. Prior that. Means what that this ACO system to adopted the Q gain and K gain to optimize the setting, which kind of the particular how many gain is to be supposed to be required over the dynamic system. Okay, steady state doesn't matter. So dear all, this ACO algorithm, this AC algorithm first is to study about the minimum oscillation and enhancing the dynamic response. That is there. Okay, so first you optimize the first layer, that is ACO algorithm layer, to optimize those parameters. And what is the function of this ANF, that is artificial neural network? Is I have designed some rules and the system pattern. So according to ACO will give the signal to the artificial neural network. So according to that, your artificial neural network particularly try to which fuzzy logic and neural network which is it try to solve the pattern. Because pattern is required to number of rules, that trial and error, okay, but you don't want to give the trial and error. You can particular damn to particular ACO jar, ACO jar, you optimize those parameter according to tune the parameter, and then you can fit to the particular training pulse, and according to training and rules develop and give to the UPFC model. So these are the next one, you can go through the result. without adapted and non-adapted, and it is great improve my system. Non-adapted with having the adapted, the damping oscillation is less. You can see here again non-adapted here. By adapted system, the oscillation is less, settling down time period is less, time response is fast, likewise. Okay, so that is there. By you can fix gain controller, so you can achieve the controller, you can control the parameter with the help of gain. So any other technology or any other method you can adopt it here, but this is not the static study, but you people can do with the help of dynamic load analysis also, by increasing the load of 5%, 10%, 15%, whatever it may be in the market, and according to that you can show the the result of the particular oscillation. Okay, next, Professor. Okay, fine. Okay, I will already explain. Thank you. Anybody? Thank you so much. Okay, now you can ask me any question from your side. You can ask me right now.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Dear participant, if you have any doubt, please ask.
Yeah, definitely.
Kindly unmute yourself and ask questions. Any questions, please?
You can ask me the question right now, or after that you can dictate your question. If you have any question, you can ask me later on also. You can ask your question through your mail. You can ask me question. You can put it your WhatsApp onto my. You can do the WhatsApp, or you can put it the mail. No problem. You can ask now, because I think 15 minutes is left. No.
Yes, sir.
Professor?
Yes, sir. So do you have any questions, please, dear participants?
Okay. First, tell me about one thing.
Yes,
Whatever I once again request to all participants. Are you getting my lecture today? You people are getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you are supposed to be not understand my speech. Then you cannot able to ask me the question, right?
Okay, sir.
You can ask me any question, whatever you like. You don't worry. You can ask me. You can text me. You can WhatsApp me. So I will try to solve your problem. But my question is that the topic, whatever I just gone through the topic is very, very important, because fax devices, the many research are already done. Many research still is going on. The people, they are doing the research in only to improve the stability, to improve the available transfer capability, voltage security, the congestion management. Lot of research have been done. Okay, but dear all, my objectives for this today's session is to only focus on the power system market. Means much more approach towards the financial market. Financial market means by considering the technical one. Without considering the technical, the financial cannot be to understand properly, right? So financial market, you people first study the financial market, because India in coming those, the Indian market, as per the concern of the FAST technology, as per as the concern of the 2025 and 2030 plan, which has been already adopted by Central Ministry Board of Act regulation. So in coming those days, lot of scope will be available, lot of scope will be there according to that. Why? Because that is called as a deregulation. Somebody asking me question, no? You can ask me in the WhatsApp also, you can chat me, no problem.
Permit பண்ணுங்க. Permit பண்ணுங்க.
You can chat me, If you want to ask me, you can chat me right now.
இல்ல போடு. Sir, sir, we will complete, sir. Sir? Sir?
Hello.
Sir, shall we complete, sir?
Complete. You can ask me question, no? I'm waiting for your question. Question, any participant can be asked the question, no?
No, sir, no, sir. They will comment with your mail, I think.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Fine, no?
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, complete now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful
Thank you.
speech. It will be very useful for our research work and enhances our subject knowledge in the field of facts. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Dear participants, we will share the feedback link for the session in the Zoom chat column. Kindly fill the feedback form. That will be considered as the utterance also.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar. Once again, thank you for giving me such an opportunity. Thank you.
தியாகு சார்
போடுங்க சார், ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
பார்க்க முடியுதா? ஷேர் பண்ணியாச்சு ஆல்ரெடி.
வரல இன்னும்.
சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல ஏதாவது வந்துருச்சுன்னு பாருங்க.
வந்திருக்கு. ஓகே.
சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல வந்திருக்கா சார்?
வந்திருக்கு.
சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல லிங்க் வந்து இல்லையா?
லிங்க் இருக்கு.
ஓகே. அது எப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும் கூட சொல்லி கொடுத்துருங்க எல்லாருக்குமே.
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form in the Zoom column. Justly you click the link that will be open the form.
சந்திரு சார்.
சார்
லிங்க் பார்க்க முடியுதா சார்?
வருது சார். ஓகே.
ஓகே சார், தேங்க்யூ சார்.
Kindly anyone confirm, do you show the link? Any participants, please?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Yagu, sir.